1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com, joined by an absolute legend right now, College Football Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame, second all-time leading rusher in the history of the Denver Broncos. Floyd Little joins us. First of all, how are you today, sir?
I'm good. I thought I was number one in the all-time leader list. Terrell passed me by, huh?
Terrell snuck up and went and just creeped.
That dirty dog.
Right? He just creeped by in the dark of the night, you know?
I hear you.
But now, before we get into your Denver Broncos, you are the special assistant to the athletic director at Syracuse. That basically means your job is to make Mark Coyle look cool, right?
Right, and I'm trying. I'm doing my best. He's a cool guy anyhow, so don't have to work so hard. I really enjoy having an opportunity to work with Mark. He's a good people.
Now, you guys are making some changes, bringing in a new head football coach, Dino Babers. What kind of coach is Syracuse getting with him?
I was on the committee with Mark, get the next coach, and out of the 20 coaches picked last year, Babers is in the top 5. So we think, the best possible coach for Syracuse. Babers is good for us because he's at 54 and he's not looking to go anyplace else. We interviewed, several coaches that we didn't think would have the kind of commitment that Babers would have for us. And we've had 4 coaches in 10 years. We want 1 for 10. And I think Babers fit all of that. Like his enthusiasm, if you just Google him and see what he's done, the places he's been, he's a winner in every way. He won a national championship at the MAC conference, and that's the kind of guy we need to build our program, and I think he'll do a great job.
Joined by Floyd Little, the special assistant athletic director for Syracuse, and, of course, the Hall of Famer, both college and pros, right here on 1045 The Team.
The number 44, you, Ernie Davis, Jim Brown, you made it legendary at Syracuse. There was talk last year that it may be reissued. Do you think we'll ever see another player wear number 44?
Well, I think when they retired it many, many years ago, it was agreed that my grandson, who at the time was 6, would wear it in 12 years. So I expected it to be at least have my grandson wear it at some point. So I think it'll come back. I think it's a tradition. You don't retire traditions. And it's not like, Jim Brown. If Jim Brown wore it and made it great, they should have retired it. But Ernie wore it. And, in fact, 25 other players wore it. And it's something that I think is one of the traditions at Syracuse University. Wouldn't it be great to see another 44 on the field?
Yeah, but you shouldn't. I think they should have to ask you, though.
Well, they did. And I said maybe we'll start off with a guy with a 4 and let him earn the other 4.
I love it.
But no, I just think it's mixed. A lot of people don't think it's right to unretire a number. The number was always retired. And, when I got it, it was retired. When I left, it was retired. So it was a number that was always available for a player that represented all the qualities and characteristics of what 44 stands for. 44 is our zip code. 44 is our area code. 44 is everything that Syracuse is all about. It's a tradition. It's something other than a number. And people don't really understand that. It's 50-50 whether they should have it back again. Personally, I had a conversation with Jim. Jim said, "You're there, Floyd. You know what it is to be there with what's going on, and if you think it's okay, then it's okay." And we haven't found that person yet, but I think we have a couple on our team that has the ability to wear it. I don't think a freshman should get it. I don't think a sophomore should get it. I think it should be somebody who's got some ability and improve themselves. But I do think, before it's all over, I'd like to see the number 44 back on the field. That's just me. And there's a lot of people that don't agree with that. It'd be great to see my grandson wear it when he gets here. He's 11 now, so he's got 6 more years. So it'd be good to see him wear his grandfather's number.
I love the idea of they get the 4 and they got to earn the second 4.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly. That's the way to go. That way you don't have to give it to everybody or anybody. But if somebody shows some promise and they're doing well and they're great and they're all Americans as a sophomore, then you gotta think about it. He would really carry on the tradition of the number 44, and that's what we want.
Joined by Floyd Little right here on 104.5 The Team. You played 9 seasons with the Denver Broncos. What would a 3rd Super Bowl mean to the fans and the franchise?
It's not about the fans and the franchise at this point. I think we need it for Peyton. Peyton needs to go out like John Elway did, on top. I mean, he's being criticized and about he's too old and he can't throw a spiral anymore and his arm's too weak. And there's a lot of comments being made by Peyton about Peyton, and I just think Peyton needs to step up, shut everybody down, go win the Super Bowl, and retire, in a good way. So he's been a great player, an unbelievable individual. You don't hear a lot about him. Other than that, you don't even know his wife's name, like a lot of other quarterbacks who's always in the news about something. Peyton has been an outstanding citizen. Brothers the same. Eli, you don't hear nothing about them, and Archie, their dad. I mean, there's a great family that has a lot of character because of who he is and what he stood for in this game, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. To have a chance to go out waving the flag saying, did it my way, hoping that he has a good opportunity to play and play well, because he wants to outdo his brother. Eli has won 2 Super Bowls, and he's the big brother, and he certainly wants to be in that same rarefied air, Super Bowls on his belt.
Is Peyton the best quarterback you've ever seen in your lifetime?
Well, there's been quite a few quarterbacks, and Joe Marino, and guys that are already in the Hall of Fame, Joe Namath, who I played against. And a lot of these guys I played against, I think Peyton, Brady is probably 2 of the best quarterbacks I've seen during my lifetime.
If there's a Hall of Fame for it, Mr. Floyd Little is in it. You mentioned other quarterbacks, how we know way too much about them. The guy across the field from Peyton on Super Bowl Sunday, we know a lot about him. What are your thoughts on Cam Newton?
Oh, he's a beast. He's a rarity. You don't find a lot of guys at 4 or 5 and 250, 255 and run a 4.5, 4.6 40. I mean, he's just very, very hard to stop him. He's on a roll. I mean, he's lost 1 game this season. He's certainly going to be the MVP for the league, and his team rallies around him. He's just going to be hard to stop. I know they got the 6th number 1 best defense, but he's a man all by himself. He's going to be tough to handle when he gets his confidence, and he has that right now, and he has his team playing around him and rallying around him. You get a guy like that on the field and turn him loose, who's got some good arm strength and he's got some good accuracy. I saw Peyton run this week, and I saw Brady run this week, but they don't run like Cam Newton.
Floyd, do you have a prediction in the game? Are the Broncos going to be able to stop Cam and get it done?
Well, I'm hoping. We got the number 1 defense, but they have to prove something, because 2-3 years ago they had a falling out against the Seahawks in New York, and it wasn't very good, and they looked horrible, and they have to redeem themselves. So it's going to be a game where, the experts say it's 4.5, and that means it can go either way. And I'm hoping that they win by a field goal at the end of the game.
Floyd Little, on top of all of the other achievements in your career, 5-time Pro Bowler. This year will be the year that the most athletes have backed out of the Pro Bowl or declined to be a part of it. What are your thoughts when you hear that these guys just don't want to be in the Pro Bowl?
Well, I don't know why. That's an opportunity to relax with your family and go out for a week and have a good time in Hawaii. And they make too much money. I mean, when I played in the Pro Bowl, the winners got $1,500, the losers got $1,000. And the coaches was all, we got to win this. I need that extra $500. Now it's like in the 40s. But they make enough money that they don't need to play, and a lot of guys think that they can hurt themselves and ruin their careers. So the game has changed to where we look forward to playing in the Pro Bowls. We would never back out. It was an honor, it was a privilege, and it was a pleasure. But those days, the players picked the Pro Bowlers, and that hasn't happened in many, many years.
It's been an honor and a privilege to speak to you, and we really appreciate it, Floyd Little. I got to tell you that if I was playing at Syracuse right now, I would be wandering down the hall whenever I could to the special assistant to the athletic director's office and just picking your brain, man. You are fantastic. Thank you for your time.
Well, thanks. I do get a lot of student athletes come down and all, not just basketball, football, but basketball, lacrosse, field hockey. I love the ladies basketball team. I enjoy the opportunity to get to mentor a lot of these young athletes.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time, and good luck to your Broncos. I'm actually picking them to win.
Well, good for you. Thanks.